Military Appreciation Night in the JMA Wireless Dome. The Syracuse Orange hosts the Canisius Golden Griffins. Happy Veterans Day. Riley Underwood alongside my co-pilot Drew Alba. And Drew, so far Syracuse off to a hot 2-0 start. They've looked good so far. We are live in Waterloo, Iowa, where right off the Cedar River, the Hippodrome was built 106 years ago. And what better way to start season 2 of the Arena League than a rematch of the championship game. Welcome in. I'm Riley Underwood alongside the Hall of Famer, the Heisman Trophy winner, Tim Brown. The Orange a little over halfway to 100, so let's check out how they got to that point. Syracuse leading right now 53-33, and it all started because of number 5, and she looks like a PTP or prime-time player early. Layla Felia drains a 3.
Joji Purdy trying to come out of this one with the ball. She does, and she ends up giving Penn State the lead 2-1, and it looked like the Nittany Lions had run away with this one. There was only 5 minutes to play. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Something's not right, Syracuse said. We are not done. The penalty corners weren't working in the first half. The fourth corner, they showed out Bo Von Kempen with the goal. That ties it up at 2 apiece, thinking we're going to overtime. Penn State falls asleep at the wheel. Lana Hamilton gets credit for the goal, the game winner. Syracuse takes the win 3-2, and look at that shot disparity. Penn State was doing more with less shots. Syracuse, 24 shots, 13 on net. That is insane.
Uche Izoje, just too big for the Wildcat defenders. She was dominant today in the paint. Nice athletic feed by Maddie Potts. Gets it out to her teammate, Camden Nelson. Nelson again, a nice drive, a little English off the glass for 2.
Super Bowl 59 will be the 11th in New Orleans, but the Superdome hasn't always been the venue. The first Super Bowl Louisiana hosted was right here at what used to be Tulane Stadium.
Last week, it was Daryl Gill. This week, it's Justice Ross Simmons. 23, you got mossed. First drive touchdown. And man, Fran Brown is a risk taker because the onside kick works to perfection. Orange go up 10-0 before Clemson touches the ball. Kate Klubnik says, don't count me out just yet. We're still Clemson. Drops it in a bucket with defender all over the receiver. 3-point game before Will Nixon increases it to 10. Talk about dimes. Steve Angeli, Daryl Gill. The Cuse has got some receivers. Angeli tosses 2 touchdowns and no picks. A Tiger doesn't even believe it. Lightning delays halftime. 96 minutes later, we resume play. Syracuse up 24-14. Third quarter, Angeli goes down for the second time in the game. This time, he doesn't get up so quick. On crutches with a boot on the sideline. Didn't look good for the nation's leader in passing yards. 5 minutes to go, Tigers need a drive. Klubnik picked off. Davian Kerr, icing on the cake. Syracuse wins on the road in South Carolina 34-21 and improved to a perfect 1-0 in conference play and 3-1 overall. Next Saturday, Duke comes to the Dome, a matchup that hasn't happened since 2020.
Don't worry, we will be keeping it clean the rest of the broadcast. You don't have to be worried about that. Clean also is what type of football Hot Springs has been playing so far. I mean, I was on my phone earlier. I looked up efficiency.com. A picture of Jordan Ambrose popped up.
Absolutely.
I mean, 5 total touchdowns, 0 picks, 0 fumbles, coming from a guy that entered the game leading the league in interceptions and second in the league in fumbles. J.J. Starling and Donnie Freeman, the only 2 scholarship players that return for the Orange, but those are 2 really big players to get back. Sure. J.J. Starling, I mean, he's the leading returning scorer. He's a veteran presence on this otherwise kind of young-leaning team, but he was really glad they went out and got another guy to duo with him in the backcourt, and that's Nathan George from Georgia Tech, one of the best point guards in the country, frankly, coming into the transfer portal. He led the ACC in assists, over 6 per game. I mean, he's an elite passer, and I really like this pairing because it lets J.J. Starling play his natural 2 slot and lets Nathan George run the 1, run the point where he's really dangerous out in transition.
Well, I got my summertime staple, even though it doesn't feel like it. And the Syracuse Mets fans I talked to said that the time they get to spend together here at the ballpark makes it all worth it.
Jaquan, you were my player to watch before the game. You made me look like a smart guy. What was the key to be so successful today and get a double-double in the win?
That just shouts out to my teammates. We was playing together. We should have did a better job on defense, giving up 73 points, but
A world championship is most players' ultimate career goal. But 2 in your first 2 seasons for your hometown team, that's something of storybooks and boyhood dreams. In 2018, when a video emerged of him pushing and kicking a woman in a hotel, Kareem Hunt was a name unspoken in Kansas City. Now he's on the road to redemption, trying to win a Super Bowl for the team that cut him.
Hot Springs head coach Bones Bagante. Coach,
What's up, man?
you have never lost to a team the second time you've played them in the season. What's made you so successful the second time around after seeing that first game film?
I mean, just learning from my mistakes.
He had 1 score on the ground, 4 touchdowns. Well, he also had an interception.
Yeah.
But his interception was on defense.
It was on defense. Yeah, he called it.
I think Drake's been playing really well. A 30-win team, Ben McCollum and Bennett Sturts, that seems like that dynamic duo for the Bulldogs. I think they're going to win their first round game, and I think they could maybe even win a couple more after that. A more safe pick from a power conference, I think you could go with Arkansas. I think John Calipari is a March man. I think he's made for it, and I think they have another guy that's made for March as well, and John L. Davis. He's the point guard for the Razorbacks, and he's a player that led Florida Atlantic to the Final Four 2 years ago. I think maybe we could see a repeat of that success in this one, winning a few games in the tournament.
And then Shariah Gales, here goes one more for you. Bang, splash, 2 in a row for number 34. She has 11 points at the break, and then Shy Hawkins, a tough finish for the lefty with the left hand.